All right, welcome back. Here is a video. We're going to talk about slope. What I want you to introduce you to is my good friend, Mr. Slope Guy. Check him out. He's pretty melodramatic, but it's pretty neat that you can see that when you're looking at the eyelid, this part right here, that tells you if you're lying like that, it's a positive slope. And you can see his other eyebrow right here. When it goes downward, that's a negative slope. And then you can see this part of his nose right here. That's a vertical line. That's undefined, right? That's undefined. And then straight horizontal, his mouth, that's 0. So that helps you with Mr. Slope Guy. Mr. Slope Guy is extremely handy to use. Um, very, very simple. Please add him in any of your notes if you don't have your guided notes already. All right, so what I want to do is I want to show you how to find the slope of a line, or how to find a slope using a table. So I have given you the slope formula right here, but we have a table of values. So the nice thing is you can pick any two values you want. If I'm looking at this, I'm going to pick 15 comma 60, and I'm going to pick I don't know, I'm going to pick something easy I can do. How about 60 comma 240? Now, first thing I should always do when I'm doing this is I should probably always label my points. So I'm going to label my points x1 and y1, and then I'm going to label the other one x2 and y2. So when I do that, I got x1, y1, x2, y2. All right, and then every single time that I do this, I want to include my slope formula. So I'm going to go ahead and do y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. And so I'm going to plug these in. What's y2? That's 240. What's y1? That is 60. What is x2? That is 60. What is x1? That is 15. So 240 minus 60, what is that? 240 minus 60, you can figure that out if you have a calculator handy. Um, so by doing 240 minus 60, what do you get when you do 240 minus 60? You get 180, and that's over 60 minus 15, which is 45. Now, this should reduce, you could reduce this a little bit because we're talking about a rate of change. So this comes out to be 4. And what this is since this is the rise over the run, it's 4 calories per 1 minute. That's your unit rate. And we talked about that earlier in the year. So on this table, you have 4 calories per minute. So maybe they're working out, maybe they're eating, I don't know. Okay, moving on. If you have a graph and you have to find this stuff out, it makes sense to find a point. So if you look at this first one right here, we can just pick any 2 points we want on this curve. I'm going to pick some easy points. I like this point right here. That point right there has coordinates, looks like 0, comma 1, 2. So I have coordinate 0, comma 2. And then I'm going to pick another pretty easy point. I don't know. Just so happens I'm going to pick this one looks good too. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 comma 0. Do you remember what these ones are called? That's right. These are called your x and your y intercept. So if I go here's x1, here's y2, here's x1, y1, here's x2, y2, and I plug it in my equation of y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. If I do this, y2 is 2 minus 0 over x2, which is 4 minus 0. So I get 2/4, which is 1/2. So my slope is positive. You can look at Mr. Slope Guy and see that that is a, excuse me, that should be a negative. Correction. Y2 is 0 and y1 is negative 2. So that's a negative 1/2. So my slope is negative and we're good to go. Let's go ahead and look at the next one. I'm going to pick this point right here. That looks like that point is negative 1 comma 1. And I'm going to pick this point right here. and that looks to be 1 2 comma 1 2, so it looks like 1 2 1 2 3, looks like 2 comma 3. And so I'm going to go x1 y1 x2 y2, and in this formula I'm going to go, okay, y2 is 3 minus a 1 over x2, which is a 2 minus a minus 1. That gets me a 2 over a 2 plus 1, which gives me a slope of 2 over 3. And that's my slope. That's my positive slope. Looks good. I like it. Good to go. Next one. This one I don't really have to do too much. I can see that this is a horizontal line. See how this is constantly straight? I don't even have to look at nothing. My slope's 0. Okay, we talked about that in the foldable. All right, moving on. Find the slope of 3 comma 1 and negative 5 comma 7 and 2 comma 1 and 6 comma 7. So this one I'm going to label this x1 y1 x2 y2. I'm only going to do this one because I think this is pretty self-explanatory. So you got y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1, and if you plug these values in, y2 is 7 minus a 1 over x2, which is a negative 5 minus a 3. What's 7 minus 1? That's right, it's 6. What's negative 5 minus 3? That's a negative 8. Well, you want to reduce that, so I think 2 goes in each one of those, so that's negative 3/4. There's your slope. Okay? All right. Hopefully that works for you. I have no idea what's happening. Hey, look at that. My belly got in the way or something. But either way, have a nice day. See you tomorrow in class, and may the force be with you.